Today, I'm going to show you how to sew buttons. My last tutorial was how to sew buttonholes, so it only makes sense that I show you how to sew buttons on now. Again, I'm using the Singer heavy duty machine. It's a 4423 model, but hopefully other machines and brands have a similar process, so you can still learn from these steps. So let's get into how to set up the machine. So open up that treasure chest of yours, the accessory case, and look for a press foot with blue tips. With other brands, they might have a different looking presser foot, but they should all generally have the same shape, which is something we'll also just talk about right now. The silver bar feeds into the presser foot clasp. The tips have this cool blue translucent cover that helps grip the buttons when they're underneath. And on the back of the presser foot, it hangs down a little bit with this curve, and that's also to fit the button underneath. It gives you more clearance below, and it also helps steady the presser foot when the presser foot is in the down position. Change the stitch setting from a straight stitch to a zigzag stitch and put the length to 0. This is going to make sure that the button doesn't move. The width you're going to play around with is going to depend on the size of your button, but let's just set it to 4 to start off with. Take off the sleeve, and behind the free arm is the drop feed lever, which is going to lower the feed dogs and disengage them. Now throw your button and fabric underneath the presser foot and slowly lower the presser foot so that it doesn't move the button. Once you got a firm grasp, use the hand wheel and rotate towards yourself to slowly lower the needle just above the buttonhole. If it doesn't land directly in the hole, then just slightly raise the presser foot so you can adjust the positioning of the button, and then carefully maneuver the button underneath the presser foot and lower the presser foot when the needle looks like it'll go directly into the hole. Before we start using the foot pedal, we want to make sure that the needle is aligned for the second hole, so use the hand wheel again and slowly turn it just above the needle hole. To make sure that it lands smoothly in the second hole, adjust the width so that you can position the needle to then drop smoothly without any friction, without touching any of the sides of the button. When you're confident with that, you can then apply pressure to your foot pedal to get it going. Because we've tested the positioning with the hand wheel, we know it'll fall in the same spot every single time when we use the foot pedal. And now to get the other 2 holes, you're going to slightly pull the presser foot up to then position the button by pulling it down a little bit. And then running the same drill, hand wheel to make sure that it's going to fall in the right holes. Use a stitch width if you have to adjust. And then once you're confident in it with a few stitches, then you can use the foot pedal to generate more stitches. Sometimes you'll see buttons with stitches that go crisscross, and to do that, all you have to do is reposition the button. Instead of starting with the holes side by side, you're starting with them diagonally and running through the same steps as before. And that's how you sew a button. You know what it is. Every Thursday, 3 p.m., new sewing video, whether it's a tip or tutorial that are made for beginners. So check it out next Thursday, and until next time, peace. That was one take, first take right there.